Hello, welcome to Conscious Business Talks. You know, I discovered as I was sitting there, check this out, okay? Check it out. I had my dessert. It's a beautiful, I kind of squished it, but it's beautiful icing. I honestly, it looks like a glob right now, but it was so gorgeous. And my beverage, and I was just right after a nice busy day chilling and having my just desserts when I realized what time it was, and it hit me. I am late for my own show. Because why? Because new habits sometimes take a little bit of time to actually kick in. I'm used to going live on Thursdays on this show. I'm not used to doing it every day or every weekday anyways, but a promise is a promise. I was so tempted to just chill, continue having my nummies, and not race to get set up to go live. Like you can tell, setup is not really set up because I came on just exactly as I want. Was because it's you and it's me, and it's past 8:30 Eastern time and we have a date. So I'm here. Don't know if you gave up on me and you're not here, but with apologies for being late to my party and your party together, I'm here. So what do I want to talk about today? It was this, when a random set of coincidences just keeps popping up, but the underlying insight or message that you keep getting from different sets of people and groups is the same. You gotta just own up to the fact that it may not be quite that random and you're supposed to get this message. So what's this message? Hey Matt, so glad you're here. So at least I'm not just speaking to myself, although it's been known to happen. So hey, but yeah, I was in a mastermind earlier today, and great group of people, amazing. Whenever I'm there, my brain just sparks with ideas. It's the coolest thing. Love them, and love being with them. But it was this thought, this shift in perspective, using new glasses to look at things with new eyes. And it was also about how I may, like for me, what was applicable was, how am I seeing things a little bit differently? What is it that a new perspective, a shift in perspective, the framing of something that I'm using, how is it allowing me to show up these days, right? And I'm like, cool. So as I was answering that, of course, Phoenix popped up in my head, because I'm like, I am looking at this in a new way. I'm looking at what is very much seems like a threat to safety, security, livelihood. And I'm looking at it as an opportunity. And because I'm looking at it as an opportunity, just the way I'm looking and the framing around that opportunity is allowing me to identify partners who could be potential strong partners in this venture, who could help the people I really want to help. And I shared with you yesterday that somebody asked me, well, what's in it for these people? Why would they trust you? And what are you offering them? And because I'm waiting to get enough data in to see what needs are emerging, what trends are coming up, what is needed. Because of that, it's hard for me to really clearly offer, this is what you get at the end of it. I can tell people that, and I know that I have imparted that a few different times, that what is on offer right now is my wholehearted offer to look at things with the intention to support as best as possible what you need. On this on the side of it, it shows up as tools, resources, introduction to interested partners and parties who may have what you are looking for, right? So that's what's on offer right now before I look at the information coming in and have time to analyze it, to sort it. But then continuing on, the day goes on, and I'm in a very different meeting with very different people, completely different hats. And the message that came up was, how are you, because I actually I had a massage appointment today because my rib was still out and it was still bugging me, and I know my psoas was out. So I was just like, okay, these things are not going back in place, even though I'd been to see my chiropractor a couple of times and they were really bugging me. But I, you know what I mean when I say that you get focused on whatever it is doing, and whatever that is just gets pushed to it's there, but it's not in focus and not taking your attention, because what you're doing is taking your attention. So it's there. I've been dealing with it for the last little while. I just haven't bothered to, like when I visited the chiro and they couldn't, like, they're like, oh, it's, we're not sure if it's going to stay in place. So I did what I needed to do, but sure enough, it didn't stay in place. So today I'm sitting there and somebody said to me, what is it you're not paying attention to? For yourself, for what your body is asking for. What are you not looking at? How is your perspective on, like, how are you looking at what you need? And I'm thinking, I don't, right now in this particular phase of this particular sprint, I don't have time to devote as much attention to this. But the way they framed it and asked me that question, because sure enough, they're right. My body is out of alignment. My soul, my actions for what I want to do, what I believe I need to do, seem to be in alignment with what I really want to take on. With what I believe to be my purpose. So what I want to take on, what I am taking on, seems to be in alignment with what I see as my purpose and my reason for being, and what I like to do and want to do and do for people. But my body, because I'm not giving it the focus it needs, is out of alignment, and I'm not paying it attention. And that caused a shift of perspective in me, because I had not seen it as out of alignment. And because alignment is one of those big words, for me, that caught my attention. I was like, my body is telling me something I'm not paying attention to, because everything else is taking priority. But common sense and logic, like I say this to my clients, you need to pay attention to yourself so you can give to other things. So again, I'm out of alignment with what I'm saying. And I confess that, and I've said this before, I have shared this, that self-care is one of those things that seems to be always a work in progress for me, but not to the degree when words like out of alignment pop up, because I'm pretty good at taking care of, okay, this is what I need to do to fuel myself. This is what I need to do so that I keep going and giving to, what needs my attention, because it's crucial that I'm present for that. At least to me, it's crucial that I'm present for that. But hearing those words, your body seems to be out of alignment, that really grabbed my attention. So this shift in perspective, this reframing, either because of what is around you or what somebody brings up to present so that it is in front of you, or something that pops up either in something you read or hear somewhere that brings in focus what you need to look at in the fashion that you need to look at it is really cool. It's an opportunity. And the way I look at it, even with what we're doing with the Phoenix Project, and if you don't have the link in front of you, here, let me share it, because the holisticgrowthstrategies.com/Phoenix, that page is literally, it's such a simple page. We're literally tweaking it as we go. I had feedback on it yesterday because what is on it is a first draft. But that the reason it's there and it's live right now is because I think the idea, the message is that important. It is important for us to share with people that when it seems like there is no choice, perhaps the opportunity is even bigger for you. And what we can do to come together to make that opportunity work for everybody involved, right? Because if the win is like a mutual win-win-win-win, it is such a cool party. You can't beat it, right? You can't beat the experience. You can't beat the benefit. You cannot beat the result. And it just becomes a really cool process to go together. So this is my invitation for you. Look at the shift in perspective idea and say, what is it that I need to look at that perhaps is not forefront for me, because I am surrounded by what's around me, and it's, just pushing up all these different emotions in front of me, around me, and causing them to rise in me. And I'm not saying that they're not real. What I'm saying is, what is it that, when something pushes at you so much, something that should be just so much there, and trying to attract your attention, because that is the really important part of it, gets pushed to the back, because everything else that is not what your life is calling you to is taking your attention, because it's so noisy. So my invitation is, take a look to see if you need to shift your perspective this way or whichever way. Tilt your head, look at it upside down if you have to. But I invite you to shift your perspective and look at it with a different set of glasses. I'm also inviting you to take a look at yourself with new glasses and see if you're treating yourself the way you would treat somebody else you love, right? Or somebody else who shows up for you every day without fail, no matter what. And that's what my body, your body, everybody's body is doing for them. It's like that friend who shows up every day, rain or shine. And it was kind of cool for me to look at it from that way, because otherwise it's so easy for me to push it kind of down, going, yeah, I get it. Here's a bunch of things that I threw so that I have the fuel so I can keep going. But I'm not giving it that attention, that love that I would give to somebody else who shows up in my life, even strangers. I'm not doing that. So that was a really radical way for me to look at it and go, oh, okay, how would I do this differently? And I invite you, in this time of stress, take a look at you. How are you treating you? And see what shows up. So I will do my best not to forget that I'm going live on weekly nights at 8:30 Eastern. And I'll see you tomorrow here at the same time. And if I do show up, bring your dessert, bring your beverage. We'll have it together. Have a great night. And it was so fun being here with you. Thank you for being here. And thank you for all your support. It is actually amazing that I have you here. Mwah!